How's it going, guys? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today it's a rainy day here in the Star City, and what better way to spend it than going to a comic shop and playing a card game? So first off, let's talk about Big Lick Comics. Now, Big Lick Comics has been around the Star City for numerous years now, and it all spawned from Big Lick Comic-Con. And now you can go to the store each and every day and experience brand new comics, back issues, action figures, Funko Pop figures, and who knows what those surprises may be in store. Now today we're going to be talking about a game that you can take on the road and it fits right in your pocket, and it features some of the most cute, adorable sushis you will ever find. So let's take a look at Sushi Go from Gamewright Games. Now, in Sushi Go, this is a pick and pass card game. So if you're a fan of drafting and trading card games, this is the game for you. It can play from 2 to 5 players, and depending on the number of players, depends on the number of cards you get and your draft packs when you start out. You play 3 rounds of draft. Each round you'll get the same number of cards. So for a 2-player game, you get 10 cards to start out with. You go through your hand, pick the cards you want. So for example, I like to take this card, and I'll go with this little tasty guy does in a minute. You set it in front of you, and you pass it to the next player. Now the other player will do an exact same thing. Once all players have picked their cards face down, then you turn them face up to show what you picked. Players will continue to do that until the end of the round, and then you get to see how many points you accumulate. Now, how many points can you accumulate? I hear you asking? Well, here we go. All right, let's go into the cards that you'll be drafting in Sushi Go. First off, you have nigiri, egg, salmon, and squid nigiri. Each one will give you 1, 2, and 3 points respectively at the end of the draft round. Now, it can be more if you drafted a wasabi before it. So, for example, if you drafted wasabi before a squid nigiri, that gives you 9 points because wasabi is spicy and it gives your nigiri times 3 on the points that it provides. Next, you get tempura. Now, tempura will get you 5 points, but only if you have 2 drafted by the end of the round. If you only have 1, unfortunately, that's going to be a lonely tempura, and it's not going to help you out as much. Same can also be said for sashimi. Sashimi, you need 3 to score 10 points. If you don't, unfortunately, lonely pieces of sashimi, they'll still be tasty, they'll still be cute, but you will not score any points at the end of the draft round. Now, also at the end of the draft round, depending on the number of maki rolls you have, depends on the number of points you get. So each card gives you 1, 2, or 3 maki rolls. At the end of the draft round, the player with the most points in maki roll will get 6 points. The player with second highest will get 3. If there is a tie, those points will be divided up. So, eat up on those maki rolls. Finally, at the end of the draft round, of all 3 of them, you can score a lot of points from pudding. Now, depending on the number of puddings you have, depends on what your reward is and how stuffed you're going to be from the sweet treat. So, at the end of the draft round, at the end of the game, you get 6 points for the number of puddings you have in front of you, and if you have the least amount, minus 6. These cards will be drafted and will be set aside so you can keep count of them at the end of the game. Finally, you have chopsticks. With these, you're able to take the chopsticks you have in front of you, put that back into the hand you're currently looking at, and then take 2 cards out of it. So this really helps out if you want to try to get a pair of tempura, extra sashimi, more maki rolls, just all around a really good card to draft. Now, there is one more card to bring to your attention when it comes to Sushi Go and the cards you're looking for, and that is the dumpling. Now, the dumpling, for each one you have, the more you have, the more points you score. So for 1 dumpling, it's 1 point. 2 dumplings get you 3. 3 get you 6. 4 get you 10. And 5 dumplings not just get you 15 points, but also get you a very full tummy. Once all cards have been drafted, you then total up the amount of points you have. So, for example, after the round of drafting for a 2-player game, this is what's left on this player's board. They'll get 5 points because they were able to pair up their tempura. They will get 9 points because they were able to pair their squid nigiri with some wasabi. They will score 1, 2, and 3 points respectively for the other nigiri, but unfortunately, since they weren't able to find the 2 other sashimi, they will not be able to score any points from this. Finally, any puddings they have, they will set those aside until the end of the game. Once 3 rounds of drafting is done, the player with the highest amount of points at the end of a delicious sushi meal will be declared the winner. And that
is a quick game of Sushi Go.
Well, there you have it. That is Sushi Go from Gamewright Games. It's quick, it's easy, it's ready to go on the road, and it looks adorable. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let everybody know the House Hitch Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs as the countdown to Gen Con continues. So until next time, guys, stay safe and take care.